Hi, my name is Watson Williams, and you're watching my YouTube channel, 777 Technologies. Today is, I think it's February 3rd. Yeah, so it's February 3rd, 2026, obviously, and I have a brief set of points to articulate before getting into an encryption demonstration. You're watching a cryptography, not cryptocurrency per se, but a cryptography channel. Um, I guess you could say that cryptography is a hobby of mine, and it has been for some time. I've been attempting to turn pro in this space, and uh, I'm currently working on another project building a market oracle with an AI decision layer. And I really needed to go back and do this video in order to make sure that we're not leaving uh, anything unfinished. This is very important. And so basically, we have what do we have? We have written a symmetric key encryption algorithm that we patented in October of 2023. We were awarded our software patent from the United States Patent and Trademark Office. We have an LLC, that's just an online form, but that's our business, 777 Technologies LLC. And we developed a website uh, at matrixencryption.com. Matrix Encryption is the name of our software. And so on the website, we have products and services. No one has bought our products yet. We have no sales. We're using PayPal as our payment processor. And we most recently, over the previous Christmas holidays, developed a social media platform functionality where you can make posts to the public wall as well as send each other private messages that are fully compatible with technically sending end-to-end encrypted messages yourself. This is about freedom and autonomy. We'll get back around to that momentarily. But before we do, let us say that um, so last year we developed the core functionality. We expanded. We now actually operate with three keys, not one, not two, but three keys. This is a triple key system, and it is non-deterministic in more than one way. It has multiple uh, degrees of processes, some of which are optional, which all of which a third party cannot determine from the outside. There's no evidential deterministic way to figure out what was done. And we attempted to get funding. We created an account with Y Combinator. We were ultimately not selected for the spring 2026 uh, round. We took it kind of hard, but we're better now, and we're back on our feet. And what we have planned for this year is already underway. And so right now, you can go download our most up-to-date software for free, but it has a time limit on it that expires on New Year's Day of next year. And so if you go to matrixencryption.com on the homepage, you don't even have to create an account. You can just download our Freedom Event 2026. You use that as the product key, and you can download it from, as I said, from the website. And there will also be a link to Google Drive. I may put it in GitHub. It's not there at the moment. This is patented software, but that being said, you can go and read about the core algorithm public. That's patents are public knowledge, but we've done a lot of improvements on it, and it's very strong now. It's actually quantum immune, not even quantum resistant, but it's a long story. I can prove it, but let's move on and say that. So our main principle, what we stand for at 777 Technologies, is total cryptographic distribution. Okay, I've had a lot of time to think about this and the um, context of cryptography, not only in the current day and age and the current internet infrastructure, but also in terms of how computers began World War II. Uh, Again, we could talk about these things for hours, but let us continue. We're uh, Actually, I'll just add one thing, a quick analogy that's pretty interesting, has a good hook. That in the same way that you would not trust or allow total strangers to have the keys to your house, in the same way you would not uh, want someone else to control the keys to your digital property, your digital data. And so the whole idea is essentially that, uh, yes, I understand that, encryption is all done automatically, but, you know, in that convenience, you lose your autonomy. And again, it's a philosophical debate between tyranny and freedom, but Locke and Hobbes, which we can talk about more. But okay, next point is that um, if you want to support us, because as I said, we tried to obtain funding last year and were unsuccessful in doing so. However, we're still open. Uh, if you want to support us, if you want to buy stock, we're going to be um, drawing up plans to allow for stockholders. We'll probably have at least two classes of stock. I'm not sure yet, but so yeah, invest in our project if you like what you're hearing. Um, Freedom is important to us, and we're gonna have tokens and NFTs, lifetime memberships. All these things are coming, and you can get in on the ground level. If you were a stockholder, then you would, of course, that's like being a lifetime member, right? And you can, uh, or I might distinguish between stockholders and lifetime membership to like the online service or something. But either way, um, that wraps up what I had to say. We're now going to get into a demo where you will see us downloading the Freedom Event software, the free Freedom Event software, using it and encrypting and decrypting a random file with a random file type. Thank you very much, and let's get into the demonstration. Okay, welcome to the encryption demonstration. The first thing we need to do is go to matrixencryption.com. This is what the homepage currently looks like, and the free download is right here. This paragraph talks about it, and you just simply click download. We're going to put it on the desktop here. It's downloaded as a zip file, which we need to unzip. So extract. Okay. See, just a few files in here. These two are the executables, the actual programs. This first one, Seraphim 33, is the encryption program. Seraphim 44 is the decryption program. Now we need some file to encrypt, and I'm going to use a JPEG. Okay, so this is a family photo. That's me right there. This is Breckenridge, Colorado, and
I guess this was around 1996. The file is titled snow.jpg. It's a JPEG file, and yeah, we're just going to encrypt it. How do we do that? Well, first of all, you have to allow this program to run, unblock, apply. Okay, do the same thing for the decryption, unblock, apply. Okay, now you can run the program, and this is what it looks like. And you need to type in the product key, which is Freedom Event 2026 exclamation mark, submit. And we don't have an account yet, so we need to register. This uses a mock database, so it's very privacy centric. No data is stored anywhere other than on your computer. Let's see. Move those out. Apparently, I forgot to clear the database file. Should be empty, but I'll fix that. Okay, so yeah, so just register real quick. Let's just go with Seraphim, little password. Now we need to create a codex. Use your name. Select codex configuration. Let's go with codex 90. And we just generated a plain text codex with 90 characters and a file codex with 256 three-digit numbers, some of which end in 0 and some of which do not. Now we're finished configuring our codices, and we need to create a master key which is added to the encoded data. Let's get a key large enough to encrypt the file. The file is 131,000. So this is, that times 3 is going to be less than 500,000. So a 500,000 digit integer will function properly as a sufficient key. See here, 500,000 characters. That's our master key. And we have one more key to create, and that is the shuffle key. We'll go with 250,000 rows in the shuffle key. Now, we don't have time to explain how all of this works in this demo, but we're finished configuring our key set, and now when we log in, we generate our personal file set, which you will see over here in a moment. So we want file service and not plain text. We can do either one. File service. Now we created automatically our personal file set. It's a personal encryption box, decryption box, and a data log, and they are here. Now we just type in the name of the file with the file extension, upload the file, use codex 900, and yeah, personal file codex. So that activated this here, Seraphim file codex, right here, and activate holographic character mapping. This is one of those optional layers I spoke of, and so we're going to do that. Add just a a random. What happened was a random number of digits were injected. We cannot get into the details. It will make this video way too long. Would you like to shuffle your data? Yes, we would. So shuffling permutes the order of digital tokens in the encoding. Numeric tokens, in other words, these 2 or 3 digit tokens. In the case of files, they're 3 digits. Now, personal shuffle key, required shuffle key length, 132,731 rows. So our shuffle key has 250,000 rows, and the excess rows will be discarded in a similar fashion to the master key that gets trimmed from the end of its excess length. And so personal shuffle key, and now we need a master key. Again, I said it would be under the file type times 3. Crap, I'm like losing my train of thought. So many details. I said that the key that we would need would be under 500,000 digits, and it is well under it. And the, well, there we go. Let's just keep going. So encryption complete, and save to a custom file. Okay, so here appears our encrypted file data. And we want to imagine sending it to someone who already has our key set. We have independently and previously shared our key set that we just created with this person, and then that allows us to have a secure channel. And at some later date after that, we then send them this encrypted data, which could be a file or plain text, by the way. And this person, oops, I will log in and need to decrypt the data. As long as they know whether it's plain text or a file, they're good to go, and they have the key set. This is like the highest level that's indeterminate, right? Because a third party does not know whether they have intercepted plain text or file data because they both have the same form. It's just a long integer. And so file service with the same key set, personal file codex, decrypt a custom file named Snow E, not Snow White. Decrypt Snow E for encryption. Please enter a numeric key. Use the same key. Upload master key. Does the data require unshuffling? Yes. Personal shuffle key. Successfully detected file type as a JPEG. Saving to output.jpg. We'll rename it to snow_d. Make sure you don't mess with the file extension type. Confirm, and file reconstituted at snowd. Now, there it is. So we have snowd and the original snow. Did I open them both? I opened snow and snowd. Right, so these are identical JPEG images. We did not know, being the recipient of this encrypted data, we didn't know what type of file it was going to be. We didn't know what we were going to get. We just knew that we had encrypted file data, and we had the correct key set, and we were able to recover this information. And yeah, I guess I'll just say one point before wrapping up about the orthogonal key set. Even if you had the master key and the codex, simply by not having the shuffle key, you still could regenerate any image, right? Because you're going to have the correct encoding, but have no way of knowing the correct order of the tokens. And so what that would cause in an image file such as this, it would make it so that you could literally generate any image that was wrong. Like, well, yeah, I hope that makes sense. We'll think about it more later. We're out of time. I really hope you enjoyed this demonstration. And we'll see you again next time. Thank you and take care.